Previously on Ace Attorney. I mean, look at the steel case. You won't find a single print of mine on it. All that means is you wipe them off, taking care only to leave Mr. Rebels. Which is why there were no fingerprints on the handle. Or anywhere else that made any damn sense. Which is why it took me 25 minutes to find him. His prints. Hello, YouTube. I'm Unca Crunk. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. And, oh, we're still in court? What do you mean Ms. Faye is still being held hostage? And who's this mastermind? Politician Wimperson was nothing more than a puppet. His benefactor was the one pulling the strings. But I have no idea who they are. So all we know is it's the person he was trying to give the orb to. Right. He was just following orders. Whoever it is, it seems they really want to get their hands on the orb. So then Ms. Faye's abduction is the work of this so-called benefactor too? Right again. Whoever they are, they're in Korean. Along with Maya. Wonder who they could be. Oh, I wonder. Really? Right, this Maya, the spirit medium you've been talking about. She wouldn't happen to be that bun-haired young lady you defended back in Korean. That's her. What do you ask? I see. I think I know what's going on here. I've got good news for you, right? Maya is somewhere safe. That much I'm sure of. I'm afraid you've lost me. So that's who the little snoss patron is. It's all starting to make sense. That fool has no idea I'm here in the States with you all. Sir, do you mind filling this in? Nope. No caller ID. I wonder who's calling. Hello?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, yes. Let me start by thanking you for taking such good care of my subordinate.
Who is this?
I believe you know me as Mr. Attition's benefactor.
Ah! Yeah, it sounds like they're using a voice changer or something to disguise themselves. Where's Maya? Is she safe?
I had my ears on today's proceedings. What a shock it was to hear that the key to solving the orbit riddle is a spirit medium. I admit I did not see that coming.
Wait, did they plant a listening device in here somehow?
Nevertheless, don't think for a minute that it will guarantee my Faye's safety. She is not the only medium within my reach, you see.
You harm a hair on Maya's head and you'll have to answer to me. Right, give it here a sec. Wait! Hey there. How's it going, stranger?
Who is this?
Why, it's your friendly neighborhood dragon. I just happen to be in the U.S. on a little trip. Minister of Justice Unca Crunk. I knew it. Unca! What? Who? Maya's kidnapper. Is Korean's Minister of Justice? Who could have thunk it? I mean, it's not like he was being obvious or anything.
Duck, is that you dirty turncoat? How in the... What in the blazes is going on here?
Oh, you know, just popped over to the States for a little R&R. But enough about me, Unca. That was a poor excuse for a bluff you pulled just now. We both know your threats are as empty as your head. You can't lay a hand on Maya Faye, and I do mean that literally. What's he talking about? You can kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye.
Maya Faye ain't my only, how should I say, insurance. You know, Duck,
What?
I got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I could do, right? Glad you're seeing things my way. Meet me at a Mars tomb tomorrow, 3 p.m. sharp. You better come along, got it? If all goes well, the orb is all you'll need to get my payback.
He's threatening Nayuta. Dirk, what's going on? You heard him. I have to get back to Korean at once. What? Why? No time to explain. There's always time to explain. But are you even going to make it? What if there are no seats left on the next flight? Plus, you're a wanted man. They're not going to just let you get on a plane. Oh, please let it be who I think it is. Let me worry about that, Mr. Justice. Edgeworth! The Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth, I mean. What are you doing here? Taking care of the hostage situation, as I knew you would. Oh, now that you mention it. Pearl did say that she saw you around in Korean Village. Korean Village. I had him look into a few things while I was on my way back from Korean. Including my situation, of course. I was astonished to hear she was still in Korean earlier. But it explained why I found no connection between her and Mr. Attition. Sorry to interrupt, but going back to the plane situation. I've taken the liberty of chartering one for us. It's ready to take off at any time. And I will do what is necessary to hide the fact that somebody is on board. Wow! Must be nice to be Chief Prosecutor. Right, we have no time to lose. We must head for Korea at once. Right. I'm going to, after all, you're bound to need my help. No fair, I want to go too. This isn't a vacation, Tracy. Besides, I'll need you to hold down the fort. But Daddy! I guess I should also only bring what's necessary. Sorry, Tracy, but would you mind holding on to this stuff for me? Unnecessary evidence foisted onto Tracy. Fine, but you better bring me back something besides more than just evidence. Excellent. Now let us make haste to Korean. And that's our sudden trip. And that's how our sudden trip to the Kingdom of Korean began. Never imagined I'd return to the country of my youth under such circumstances, though. May 18th, 2:30 p.m., Temple. Oh, that was a long flight. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon. Talk about cutting it close. The Kingdom of Korean. This is no time to reminisce, but I gotta say, this place sure brings back memories. Hurry up, Apollo. They're right behind you. Mars' tomb is located in the courtyard of the Korean Palace. We should have just enough time to get there. Then let's sprint there. Think you can keep up, Apollo? Sure, no sweat. I'll contact the royal family and the local police to inform them of our arrival. Thanks, Edgeworth. All right, let's go. May 18th, 2:45 p.m. Korean Palace, Royal residency. Or residence. I wasn't made for all the running and climbing and near drowning I've done this week.
It's 2:45, only 15 minutes left.
See that cylindrical building rising in the distance? That's Amara's tomb.
Amara, wasn't that the previous queen? The one who was assassinated?
Yes, and I'm the one they pinned it on. It'll take a few minutes to get to the tomb from here. So, you have returned, Bothead. I've seen her before on the news. If I remember correctly, this is the Crown Princess, Rafa Padma Karayan. What are your people doing here? This is the royal residence. Commoners are not allowed entry without permission.
A prosecutor from the States should have already called and requested permission for us to enter. As to why we're here, your benevolence, have you seen Minister Inga?
If you're sick, my father, I just saw him heading toward Amara's tomb.
Was he with anyone? You know, like some shady-looking underlings or something?
No, he was alone. Why do you ask?
Looks like she has no idea about Ms. Faye's abduction.
You heard that? I think we had company.
Oh dear. Bow down before glory. Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Karayan, approaches. Garan?
Hello.
This is Queen Garan.
Gods, surround Amara's tomb at once.
Yes, Your Eminence.
The what?
Urdi Hara Karan!
Wow, what's going on? Why? What's she doing? She going to help us? No.
Excuse me, Your Eminence.
So, our bobbed-head lawyer returns. May we presume you're here for Maya Fey, or the spirit medium who has been abducted? What the actual what?
Yes, you may.
Allow us to apologize for the criminal actions of our husband. Jimmy?
Oh, no need to apologize for him.
Honestly, Inga, abducting a guest in our country, how could you? Father, abducted someone?
Your Eminence, what about those soldiers over there?
They are the Grand Royal Guard, soldiers who serve the crown and no other.
Royal Guard?
They are an elite force selected from only the most loyal and outstanding of our subjects. And why have you ordered them to surround the tomb? The police will not come if it is my husband who is committing the crime. What the hell's going on? We shall have to storm the tomb and take Minister Inga into custody ourselves. What? Did you mean?
Garan, no! His hostage is in there!
Duck! How dare you set foot in the palace? Have you come to turn yourself in?
Listen, we need to call a truce for now.
Grand Royal Guard sees as traitor of the crown.
As you wish, Your Eminence. Resist and you die.
Wait a second.
Slow down there, Garan. I'm here to conduct a hostage exchange. But if you take me in now, my affair is as good as dead.
A hostage exchange? And why would he choose to do such a thing with you? We can talk about that later. Right now, I need to get in there before it's too late. If I can't resolve this in 20 minutes, you can storm the place. Now then, if you'll excuse me. Good. Duck, wait! Gods, allow the insurgent Dirk Son money to pass. Butted! You have some explaining to do! Right. Well, okay, while we're waiting here. Paulo, why don't you explain the situation? What? Me? Leave nothing out Hornhead, to hon you where you stand. Hornhead? She certainly doesn't waste any time coming up with nicknames. What's with the attitude? Her father's the one who abducted Miss Faye. Do my ears deceive me, or did I hear talk of my father abducting someone? You heard right. He abducted my Faye and... Insolent fool! Pardon my rudeness. A gentle soul such as my father could not possibly have committed such a crime. Gentle? You think he's gentle? I'm afraid it's true, your benevolence. He's holed up in that tomb as we speak. Really? I find this difficult to believe. Why would he do such a thing? Your benevolence? You saw your father heading toward the tomb? I did. It was over on that veranda, I was over on that veranda, deep in thought, when I saw him hurrying toward the tomb. I'd say it was about 10 minutes ago. Why was he rushing? Maybe he was worried about he'd be late. Did you see anyone else heading for the tomb? I saw no one else after he entered. What about before? So, Minister Inga and Ms. Faye are the only ones in there beside Dirk. Who knows, but I wouldn't be surprised if he had a, minion or two with him. Oh, Dirk, I sure hope he's all right. It's only been 5 minutes? Feels like an eternity. Patience, Apollo, patience. Why is she helping us? 18th, 3:20 p.m., Grand Palace Royal Residence. It's been almost 20 minutes. What's taking Dirk so long? The appointed time has come. Our royal guards shall now storm in. Can't you wait just a little longer? No, we cannot. Every second we wait puts the hostage's life in even more danger. Therefore, we see no alternative but to order our guards to storm in. But that'll put Miss Faye's life in danger too! Guards, storm the tomb and seize Minister Inga along with the insurgent Dirk Son money. Yes, Your Eminence! What? Dirk's under arrest too? Naturally. That traitor snake assassinated my predecessor, Queen Amara. Now go, seize them both. Right, we're going in. Follow me, man. For Your Eminence, or Dihara, go round. I hope no one gets hurt. Your Eminence! Why are they running back out? What is the meaning of this? Something terrible has happened. Duck, the minister. He's dead. What's this? What? Apollo, quick. I'm right behind you. No one needs us without a... Come, let's see let us see what has transpired. Yes, Your Eminence. May 18th. Grand Palace. Amara's tomb. Where's Dirk? Apollo, over there. Oh, crap. Dirk? Dirk, what have you done? Apollo? Look! I mean, look! So it is Minister Inga who has fallen? Gods! Seize this murderous man at once! Yes, your eminence! Surrender now or perish, you rebel scum! No, wait! Ah! Oh my god, so much violence! Oh, no, I can't show that on YouTube. I'm sorry about the white screen. I'm gonna have to censor all of this. Again. Dirk! They're taking him away. Oh! Ow! Dirk just threw something at me. Oh. Well, dude, this is the... Is he telling me to keep it safe? Nick, is that you? Maya! Are you all right? Dirk, he saved me. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. No. Maya! Minister Inga, the man behind Ms. Faye's abduction, had been killed. And Dirk was arrested for his murder. Oh my god, I was completely wrong. The Queen is behind all this. I mean, obviously, Inga is a very, very bad man, but still, he's not the ultimate bad guy that we have to get rid of. It's the actual freaking Queen. So it was that the abduction of Maya Fey came to a sudden and unexpected resolution. With this, the curtain fell on the minister, but things were far from over. Wow. I really thought she had no hand in this. But I was wrong, as usual. May 18th, Royal Residence. Apollo, what happened? I can't say for sure, but from what I can tell, it seems Dirk has killed Minister Inga. What? You think he did it to save Miss Faye? Most likely, but who knows? I'm really confused right now. My father, this cannot be. I must see for myself. Your benevolence, we cannot allow you to pass. Fools, stand aside. Forgive us. But we have direct orders from Her Eminence, Queen Garan. Father! Oh, Father! Duck, you will pay for this! Apollo, let's go regroup somewhere. Yeah. Dirk, it wasn't really you that did it, right? May 18th, Temple. Are you okay, Apollo? Yeah. Pedro's speaking with the local police. So let's sit tight until he returns. Okay. I know you must be in a state of shock right now, but I need you to stay with us, Apollo. He's right. I can't go to pieces now. But thanks, Mr. Wright. I'll be fine. May 18th, Temple. Still. Go. Right, Mr. Justice, I'm afraid I have some bad news. It looks like things will only get more complicated from here. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what's happening with Dirk? As I understand it, he is being officially charged with the murder of Minister Inga. Yes? However, I did manage to get us permission to investigate the crime scene. And I expect we'll be allowed to visit it, Mr. Sudmuddy, shortly. Thank you. I'm sure glad Prosecutor Edgeworth is here with us. Also, it just so happens that Detective Sky is here in Korean. So I've asked her to assist us with our investigation. What? What's she doing here? It seems Prosecutor Sudmuddy has grown quite fond of her. He's been ferrying her around all over the place. A few days here, a few days there. They've almost become a team of sorts. Really? Despite what Nayuta says, it seems she thinks highly of Emma's skills. So, what now, Apollo? I think I'll go pay Dirk a visit at the detention center. I want to go check in on Maya at the hospital. What about you, Athena? Well, if there's footwork to be done, I'd better stick with Apollo and give him a hand. Thank you, Athena. Very well, then I will accompany you right. Okay, we'll go our separate ways for now. You have fun with your boyfriend. I mean, I wish my, wish Miss Faye my best. All right. If anything comes up, you have my cell number. Yeah, I do. Do you know your way around here, Apollo? It's been over 10 years since I left, but I'll try not to get us hopelessly lost. Well, so what's up? Queen Garan sure has a lot of personal attendants. Yeah, the Grand Royal Guard, they're like her own private army. More like an elite fan club made up of carefully selected soldiers who adore her. And well, that's how I see it anyway. That's a pretty blunt way of putting it, but very much on brand for you. Dirk's son Money, the charismatic leader of the Defiant Dragons, arrested. This is going to deal a major blow to the rebels. Yeah, I can already see Das having a heart attack when he finds out. Speaking of Das, he was on the plane with us, but I haven't seen him since we landed. Yeah, Dirk said he wanted Das to go home before he caused any more trouble. Yeah, he strikes me as a troublemaker. Oh, you have no idea. I just hope he doesn't do anything crazy like trying to break Dirk out of jail. Well, it's been 10 years since he's been here. Let's have a look around. Mr. Wright stayed there the entire time he was here, apparently. Why would he stay at a temple instead of a hotel? He said it helped cut costs. Long stays at a hotel really add up, you know. But he had to sleep on the floor with a load of strangers. There weren't any showers either. Wow, that's worse than staying at a youth hostel for backpackers. This is said to be a sacred spring and a pathway for souls to follow. The people of Korean believe the spring draws souls to the temple, and by the truth gained in the Hall of Justice beyond, they are memorialized. Seems that legal trials and funeral rites are inseparable in this country. There sure are a lot of temples around here. In fact, looks like most of the buildings around here are related to Koreanism. Is that everything? All right, then. I guess we are going to go to the detention center. May 18th, detention center. Visitor's room. Apollo, here to see your old man, are you? Dirk, what the hell did you do? Are they done interrogating you? Nope, the fun hasn't even started. I imagine they'll really rake me over the coals, though. I don't even want to think about how harsh their interrogation method will be. Yeah, but that's nothing compared to what they'll do if they find him guilty. They've branded me a terrorist who killed the previous queen and now the justice minister. If found guilty of these crimes, I'll be facing a very public execution. Public execution? That's worse than I thought. Come on, son, turn that frown upside down. You'll jinx us. As soon as I get out of here, I'll take you to this tasty hash house I know. Okay, I'd like that. I like hash. I really need to focus on what happened. Time to switch to work mode. Sir, can you tell me what happened? Oh, and there's also something I want you to take a look at. Oh? Dirk, what happened in there? You didn't really kill Minister Inga, did you? Well, the thing is, I really don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I remember seeing the mural of the founder right as I entered the tomb, but I got all dizzy immediately after that. What? Wait, is that why Maya was so tired? Next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. And covered in Inga's blood. Well, that's not good. So you don't remember meeting with him? No. The last thing I remember after entering the tomb is feeling really dizzy. There's no way he can explain what happened if he can't remember anything. Yeah. I suppose there's no getting out of this one. But we can't give up yet. I was just messing with you, son. Oh, stop! It's not funny. Sorry. Sheesh. Nothing seems to faze him, not even being arrested for murder. This is going to be one tough case, Apollo. Not only have I been charged with Inga's murder, but I've also been charged with Amara's assassination from 23 years ago. You're on trial for 2 charges? Iran is practically licking her chops just thinking about my public execution. I guess it means we can't afford to lose our heads, huh? I don't know how you can laugh at a time like this. So, son, I take it you'll be defending me in my trial? Of course. You can count on me. That's my boy. It looks like your nerves are as steely as those vocal cords of yours. After all, you've got the Defense Culpability Act to contend with, too. Oh, right. So if you're found guilty, then I'll be charged with the same double homicide, huh? Don't tell me you forgot about that. I'll be fine. I just have to make sure we win this one. You sure? Because you don't sound very fine. Apollo? What was that about an assassination 23 years ago? Yeah, about that incident 23 years ago. That was when the previous Queen Amara was assassinated, wasn't it? Yes. Someone set her private residence on fire. What? Hell? Another freaking arson? She lost her life in the ensuing blaze. And you were arrested for the crime. Why would they arrest you, Mr. Sadmati? Weren't you just a lawyer back then? What relation could you have had with the Queen? About that, Amara was, well, she was my wife. What? I may not look the part, but I was once husband to a queen. In short, I was royalty. You were a regent. I mean, not a regent. You were you were the Queen's consort. What? No way! Are you saying you won the heart of the reigning queen? Come on, you're talking to a guy who honed his prowess against witnesses on the stand. Even a queen is no match for this dragon's glare. Yeah, I bet that's not all that you... but that's not the only weapon in your arsenal. Wow, you're really something else. So, what's the verdict ever reached, Dirk? I acted as my own attorney and won. Until I was accused of fabricating evidence, that is. Then it all went south. Now, where have I heard a story like that before? What happened after that? I made a run for it. You ran, but why? I didn't kill Amara, and I didn't fabricate any evidence. But if I had stuck around for a retrial, I'd have been found guilty for sure. I couldn't allow that to happen. Amara's true killer would never face justice if I did. So I left my law practice behind and went underground. But that was 23 years ago. Are you telling me that after all these years, you still haven't discovered the truth? Yeah. The fact that it was an arson means that the crime scene was reduced to ashes. There is little in the way of evidence left. It's just been brick wall after brick wall. I guess that means it's all up to me to figure it out, huh? Along with Master Inga's murder, of course. I think I'm going to be sick. Come on, son, don't look so down. With you on the case, it'll work out somehow. I hope he's right. Say, son, do you remember my office? Sure. I remember that messy, dimly lit room. The file I've amassed on Amara's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. Do you remember how to get there? Let me think. I recall going in through a manhole. How can I not, Dirk? I hated how I always got so dirty getting there. And that stench. The whole case is important too, but I should probably focus on the minister's murder first. Okay. Wants me to present probably this. I see you got it safely out of the tomb. Why did you throw it at me like that? I want you to listen carefully, son. The orb must not fall into Grant's hands. Not ever. I thought Mr. Inga was the one who was after it. He was the one who lent it to Professor Buff to study, after all. So, haven't you exposed his crime now? I have, but there's more connected to this relic than meets the eye. Much more. And whatever it is, I can't help feeling that it could turn this entire kingdom upside down. You said something like that before. Looks like Dirk's intuition is at it again. Iran will do anything to retrieve this. So guard it well, son. At least until tomorrow's trial. I'm afraid your time is up. Oh, you. Nayuta! It's time for the prisoner's interrogation. So be gone, you putrid-headed, criminal abetting lawyer. Wait! Don't tell me you're the prosecuting attorney? What? But that would mean... Is there a problem here? You bet there is! He's your father! And your point is? My relation to the accused is irrelevant. The fact remains I am a prosecutor. No, that's not what I don't think I'm getting through to him. He probably blames Dirk for his mother's death. Nayuta, long time no see, son. How have you been? Look, I hear you've been serving Garan, or rather faithfully, in fact. Whatever happened to our dream of taking her down and changing this country, son? The past is the past. What do you mean? Why are you doing this? It's simple. People change. The Nayuta you knew exists no more. Listen, son, I don't know what made you change like this. But you're still my boy, even if you prosecuted my case. The rest of the Defiant Dragons and I eagerly await your return. Whenever you're ready, we'll welcome you back with open arms. As I said, I've moved on. Now, let us waste no more time, for flowers do not blossom simply from talk of the past. Yuta, why do I get the feeling there's something he wants to say but can't? Guard, move the accused to the interrogation room. Yes, sir, this way, you rebel scum! Ow, watch it! Not so rough, will you? Yuta, is he seriously going to prosecute his own father? No, I guess we're just going. Okay, well, I can't go to his office yet. Back to Amara's tomb? Well, I'll probably need to stop by the royal residence first. Or not. Well, I could examine some here, I guess. Got some suspicious looking footprints. Are these Inga's footprints? They appear to be heading toward the tomb. Didn't Princess Rafa mention something about that? You know, something about him rushing over to the tomb before we arrived? I wonder if he had accidentally dozed off before the exchange or something. Because of the gas. This overturned urn has spilled water everywhere. Everything around it is soaking wet. Don't look at me! Rightly or wrongly, I'm guessing Athena's the type who gets blamed for a lot of things. And the more people accuse her, the more defensive she becomes. Even to the point of preemptively denying any wrongdoing. I said it wasn't me! I never said it was! I got an achievement for that. Somebody got a little carried away decorating this place. There's a golden lion keeping watch at the entrance. That frog looks like it's cowering under the lion's glare. Ah, frog! I like frogs. Really, because to me it looks like the frog is glaring at the lion. Come on, Athena, how does that make any sense? Huh? I just call him as I see him. I guess we'll have to just agree to disagree. Okay. Vibrant lotus flowers floating on still waters. Butterflies dancing about. It's almost supernatural in its beauty. And at the center of it all rises the tomb where Amara's soul slumbers. Makes you wonder if that bridge there is a gateway to the hereafter. Yeah, especially after both Dark and Inga crossed that bridge earlier. Palace of Queen Garan is built to impress. Its white walls and gold ornamentation lead an imposing air. Makes Minister Inga's residence look downright humble by comparison. Yeah, it shows the difference in their tastes. And which one wears the pants, so to speak. Ooh, look at those flowers! They give the whole house such a cute vibe. I wonder if this is where Princess Rafa lives. Yeah, I doubt it. She doesn't look like the type to decorate with cute flowers. I mean, I know her well, but she seems awfully serious and snobby. I bet she uses nothing but roses and peonies. Stuffy old people flowers, you know? Apollo? I guess it's too much to ask that you not judge a book by its cover, huh? What's that supposed to mean? The previous queen, Amara, was laid to rest in her own private tomb. Pretty impressive. They say it cost some $800 million to build and took 400 workers 5 years to complete. Damn. Special memorial rites were also conducted at various points of its construction. That's quite an undertaking. It was built with donations from her devoted subjects and royalty of neighboring countries. Oh. It ended up giving a huge boost to the national economy. Wow. Queen Amara must have been one charismatic lady. Yeah. Well, she managed to land Dirk. Okay, let's go to the tomb. May 18th, Grand Palace. Amara's tomb. So, this is the tomb of Amara, the previous queen of Korean. It's really lavish. I guess you could say it's fit for a queen. Is the faceless woman in that mural over there Amara? No, that's the Holy Mother. She's the one who brought spirit channeling to Korean. Wait, brought it here? Oh, right, the woman in the orb. Please be Emma. Oh, it's you two. Getting right down to business, I see. Yay, it's Emma. Hi. We heard you'd give us a hand if we needed it. Yep, Mr. Edgeworth asked me to help out where I could. So, it's been quite a while since you've been back in Korean, I hear. Yeah, more than 10 years, in fact. Well, you sure didn't waste any time. I mean, you're already mixed up in a murder. Yeah, you're as big a trouble magnet as Mr. Wright. Please don't say that. It looks already bad enough as it is. Emma, I heard Prosecutor Sadmati has requested your services again. He seems to have really taken a liking to you. Oh? You mean his ephemeral holiness? Oh dear. I don't mind that he approves of me and my abilities. It's just his people skills need some serious work. But when he manages to smile and compliments my work, it's hard to say no. Plus, working on investigations of flying by. Oh my God! All right, I am bringing up the damn log. How do I do that? Oh my God. That is nuts. Okay, X. Plus, working on investigations overseas is a priceless experience, but flying back and forth between here and home every few days with no days off, that's been tough, and the lack of sleep has been brutal on my skin. To make matters worse, the defendant in this case is someone I know. I mean, how could this get any worse? Oh, sounds like they've got one complicated prosecutor-detective relationship going on. Okay. Emma, have you determined the cause of death? Blood loss from a stab wound. Damn. A single stab in the back was enough to cause the victim to bleed to death. Oh, great. Now the freaking seance is going to be useless. The estimated time of death is 3 p.m., which is when Dirk came onto the scene. Okay. Any suspects besides Dirk? No. He, Maya, and the minister were the only ones here. And Maya had been tied up until she was freed by the Queen's Royal Guard. Could someone have been hiding somewhere in here? Not likely. I was told this tomb was searched from top to bottom right after the murder. And during that time, the Royal Guard set up a perimeter to prevent anyone from escaping. In other words, the crime scene was completely sealed off. It would appear so. No way for a third party to escape without being spotted, so... Alright, that's another one of those convoluted locked room mysteries. I think Apollo's first official case was one of those. About the victim, Minister Inga. He was the kingdom's Minister of Justice, correct? Yes, Unca Crunk was the second most powerful figure in Korean. Plus, he was married to the Queen. Seems strange that someone of his status would abduct someone. Apparently, he only told a few of his most loyal subordinates about his plan. That way, there was little chance of the police or even the Queen finding out. What was Inga hoping to gain by getting his hands on the orb? That I don't know, but I'm working on it. I wonder if it really was for what Paul Petition Wimperson said. I must deliver it to my benefactor at all costs. What do they want that relic for anyway? It's something to do with an old legend. My patron seeks the great power said to be granted to whoever solves its secret. A great power that is said to be bestowed upon whoever solves the orb's secret. In Korean, only those who can channel spirits are said to be fit to rule. Was that why Inga wanted such power? Did he want to be king? Ooh, or maybe Garan can't actually channel spirits. So this is the tomb of the previous queen. Yes, Queen Amara was laid to rest here. She lost her life in an arsonist blaze. What a tragic end. I heard this tomb sits on the actual site of her residence before it was burned down. They built it on the same spot so her soul could rest in peace. So this is where the fire happened, huh? Why do you think Minister Inga was holding Ms. Faye captive here? Yeah, it's the perfect spot if you think about it. It's close to his private quarters, which made it easy to keep an eye on his prisoner. And the courtyard is only open to the royal families, so he had little fear of prying eyes. Plus, the tomb is normally locked, and only the royal family is allowed access. So that's why he picked this place. How long had Miss Faye been held captive? About 6 days. Really? That long? It appears that she was severely weakened by her prolonged confinement. She passed out as soon as she was freed and is now on an IV drip at the hospital. She's been asleep ever since. Oh, damn. Poor Miss Faye. Hope she gets better soon. Emma, do you mind if we start looking around? Sure. I've already got the okay. Knock yourselves out. Oh, and here. Map. It's a diagram the police drew of the tomb. Thought I'd give you a copy to help your investigation along. Oh, thank you, Emma. Okay. Oh, and let me know if you need my forensic expertise. Don't you dare keep all the fun to yourself, so you hear? You don't need to worry about that. Besides, I'd hardly classify this as fun. You know what, with my life being on the line and everything. Ooh. If Athena helps me, does she have to worry about the Defense Culpability Act as well? Can't see why not. Might want to warn her about that. So this is Amara's sarcophagus. Let's take a closer look. Hey, these curtains open, Apollo. Oh. Okay. That's one big sarcophagus. They say the mummy of Amara, the former queen, rests inside. A mummy, huh? Ah, rats, it's locked. Damn, Apollo, what were you trying to do? Hey, don't touch that! You mean we can't search inside it? Not a chance! Besides, it's not something anyone try opening anyway. What if the real killer's hiding inside? Hey, anyone in there? Don't do that! You're gonna get us cursed! I don't believe in curses. Cursed! But apparently Athena does. The queen likely bears a grudge toward the living after such a violent, painful death. So no one dares touch the sarcophagus for fear of incurring her wrath. Oh no, Apollo, what am I gonna do? Don't look at me. In any case, the sarcophagus is temperature controlled. It's kept really cold to preserve the mummy. What? So even if someone did decide to hide inside it, they would eventually freeze to death. I see. Okay, so someone kept Inga's corpse really cold to obfuscate the time of death. Sound familiar? Still, if they bundled up a bit, a person could hide in there for a little while. Yeah. Or at least, you know, on top of the thing, behind the curtain. looks like the Holy Mother was painted here to watch over Amar's sarcophagus. So it's like this tomb is protected by the founder. That must be so reassuring to those she left behind. Only one problem, they didn't paint the eyes. She needs to do said watching. Come to think of it, she doesn't have a mouth to smile down on the tomb with either. It's actually kind of creepy. I wonder if being watched over by something like that gives the queen nightmares. Hey, keep that up and the founder just might come over and watch over you too. It's full of ash. My guess would be this is an incense burner. Hey, look, Apollo, there's something in the ashes. Now, let's see what it is. Oh. Is that a gemstone? Wonder what it's doing here. I've got this one covered, Apollo. Would you like to hear my brilliant theory? Well, I guess it wouldn't do any harm. You know how people make wishes by throwing coins into a fountain, right? Well, you know, on second thought, I'm good. What? You sure you don't need to hear my theory? I was just about to get to the good part. Let's just ask Emma. That'll be much quicker. Excuse me, Emma. What's this gemstone doing here? Oh, that. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. It's not a gem, but a button. Albeit a very expensive one from the victim's jacket. Must have fallen off and gotten in there somehow. See, every puzzle has an answer, Athena. Well, I thought my idea was pretty good. Wait, what's with this soot? See here on the gemstone? Hey, you're right. Soot, but not ashes? It's full of ash. They must burn incense in here. So I was wondering, Apollo, did the ash come from the incense sticks that were burned in this? Or do people put their incense in after there was already ash in there to hold them up? Don't be silly, Athena. Answer's simple. The ash is the product of prayers from the countless visitors who came here. It's not a chicken or the egg kind of thing. Oh, that's an interesting take on it. So much more poetic than mine. It's like a small army of monks all neatly lined up. Looks like they're facing the sarcophagus in prayer. If you look carefully, each one has a slightly different expression. I wonder if they used real people as models. Some are frowning, some are smiling. There's one that looks like he's trying his hardest not to burst out laughing. Really? I wonder why. Maybe it's like those times when things are so intense you can't help but laugh. You know, like at funerals and stuff. They went through all the trouble of depicting that. Talk about going overboard. Look, one of the statues is broken. What? Yeah, but it's kind of hard to see from here. Let's check it out when we get a little closer. There's a painting up there, but I can't see it very well from here. Yeah. Probably the same thing over here? No. Wow, it's covered in blood. The blood spatter this large, it must have gotten all over the killer too. Come to think of it, there was blood. There was blood on Dirk's clothes. The circumstantial evidence points to Dirk being the killer. That's what I'd conclude if I were a cop too. Why are things always so bleak for me? Guess this is where Unca collapsed when he died. Better take a closer look. The hell is this? Pepperpox gun? So the minister was armed, huh?
That's a 4-shot pistol. He had it for self-defense, apparently. But it won't be firing anything anytime soon. Huh? He was carrying a broken gun around for show? No, we recovered a bullet here. Which means the gun probably broke as the minister fired its last round. Thing is, the gun's chambers are all empty. Yet that one bullet is the only bullet we could find.
That is strange. Where did the other 3 go?
Yeah. Maybe Dirk ate him. What?
We can ask the next time we see him. Just be ready for his predictably shocking answer. They've already taken the body away. It's kind of sad how familiar I've become with body outlines.
I have a photo of the body if you're interested.
All right.
He was stabbed right in the back. Poor guy was practically skewered.
Yep, somebody was hiding on top of the sarcophagus. What's he wearing on his arms?
Those are the cuffs of justice. Seems to be a tradition here for the Minister of Justice to wear those forearm cuffs.
They look like they're made of thick fabric, so I guess they aren't for protection.
Maybe they're for keeping his sleeves out of the way when handling documents.
Yeah, that's probably their original purpose. But over the years, the reason for wearing them was probably forgotten. So now they're just one of many traditional things that people do without knowing why.
Oh, I get it. Kind of like the way you roll up your sleeves, huh?
Or your psychology, if we're going there.
I happen to know why I started, thank you very much.
I wonder if this is Inga's cell phone.
It should be. His fingerprints are all over it.
Do you know if he talked with anyone recently?
There were a few calls logged between him and his underlings. They're all members of the secret police who were directly under the minister's control. You mean like spies?
I don't think that's quite it. So, this is the murder weapon. Emma, did you find any prints on it?
Yep, and they were super clear. They belonged to one Dirk Sodmighty.
That's not good. Were there any others?
There was one more print from another individual, but it was too smudged to identify. It's probably an old print from someone else who had handled the knife.
Oh. Yet another piece of unhelpful info to add to our ever-growing pile.
Is this supposed to be Amara channeling the spirit?
It looks like the spirit of some country's sultan or something. And she seems to be conveying something to his retainers.
She's on fire!
This must be Amara's assassination as allegedly carried out by Dirk. They really made him look evil.
This is the weirdest one of all.
Is that supposed to be Dirk facing his punishment in the afterlife?
Anyway.
Guess that's the last one.
I guess we're supposed to see this as a happy ending.
Yeah, except nobody came out of this story happy. Sarcophagus is surrounded by a curtain, but someone could have hidden behind it.
True, but that's one of the many places the royal guard checked after storming in. Oh, they were really thorough. Yes, well, apparently one of their members loves mystery novels. He peered into every nook and cranny with an almost frightening amount of gusto. And when he was done, he said, "Very interesting. It's like one of those locked room mysteries."
Yeah, sounds like he's in the wrong line of work.
baby on a lotus blossom? That's one strange painting. Apparently, that's part of a mural depicting the life and times of Queen Amara. You know, like a storyboard or something. So that baby's supposed to be Amara? This one depicts Amara preaching to the faithful. Yeah, it's hard to put into words, but I've never seen anything like it. Let's see, the next one is... Is that Dirk? Why does he have horns? My best guess is it depicts the first time Amara and Dirk met. So he's supposed to be some kind of demon who's seducing her. Well, he was successful since they got married after that. The mural continues on the opposite wall, which we inspected first. Miss Faye apparently was tied to this chair. Let's take a closer look. We should try to cover every angle possible here. Oh yeah, I know how to look around. I've been doing it already. Poor Miss Faye. She must have been tied up to this chair. I can just imagine how much her backside must have hurt after sitting here for so long. Would have been torture for you, I bet. I mean, you don't know how to sit still. By that you mean I'd like to stay active? Then I have to agree with you. Yeah. I bet you didn't know, but I happen to be a bit of an escape artist myself. Trucy showed me how to do her rope escape trick. Uh-huh. And why would you bother learning something like that? Because we're always getting into trouble when working on cases with Mr. Wright. So I thought it might come in handy someday. I mean, you see how often his assistant gets kidnapped? You have a point. Yeah, Ms. Faye could have definitely used that knowledge. That's right. So now you just sit right here and we'll get started. What in the world gave you the idea that I wanted to learn? Oh, look at that. Hang on. I see blood. Look, there's a blood stain on one of the chair legs. Really? Hey, you're right. I completely missed that. Well, let's move the chair so we can check under it. There's more blood under the chair leg. I wonder what it's doing there. I have some luminol here. Why don't you do some testing around it? All right. Go. Look. Well then. Time to check the sarcophagus. The blood stain leads all the way to the sarcophagus. Emma, is this Minister Angus' blood? Hold on 1 second. Huh? That's strange. It didn't get a match. So then, whose blood is it? Dirk and Ms. Faye weren't wounded as far as we know. And the blood's been wiped up by someone for some reason. Yeah, that's strange too. Well, anything else? Can I check this again? To see if there's blood on the sarcophagus? Apparently not. Yep, okay. Same as last time. Apparently not done, though. Ah.
Someone could have hid behind these curtains.
Here, I'll go give it a try. Well, can you tell I'm hiding here?
No, can't tell at all. That's it. That's the perfect hiding place.
We did it, Apollo. We solved the case. Sorry to burst your bubble, but the Royal Guard searched the tomb high and low right after they stormed in. And they said no one else was in here besides Minister Inga Turk and Miss Faye.
Well, back to the old drawing board, I guess.
My brilliant deduction destroyed in 3 sentences. Yeah, she said bubble butt.
Man,
Must have missed something. It's not telling me I'm done. Oh. Oh!
this is the grape juice Inga was drinking. He was probably nervous before his meeting with Dirk.
So he drank grape juice? I'm not seeing the logic here.
Mr. Wright told me all about it when he was hospitalized a few years ago. He said grape juice has something in it that helps you relax.
Really? Are you sure he was talking about regular, plain old grape juice?
Yeah, apparently the writer of these games is really into grape juice.
What? What games?
No, oh, never mind.
Because it sounded like he sounds like he was talking about the fermented variety.
No, he couldn't have meant that. I mean, we're talking about a medical facility. They wouldn't have allowed something like that in.
Right. Let's just leave it at that. Really?
Oh, right, the broken thing. One of these statues is broken. Let's take a closer look. It's a Magatama, I think. Did it come from the broken statue?
Look, Apollo, there's another one.
Huh.
But the other statues only have one each.
Hey, you're right. Maybe this statue was special or something. Or maybe it's Maya's Magatama.
Wait, does she have hers? I can't remember.
This thing's more splinter than statue now.
The bullet from the victim's gun did a real number on it. Seems like something you'd get cursed for, you know?
In Minister Inga's case, I'd say getting your ticket punched is curse enough.
Yeah, but don't curses extend to the afterlife?
You need to stop taking what Nayuta says so seriously.
I'm perfectly capable of thinking for myself.
Look, there's a bullet here.
It's from the pistol the victim was carrying. I guess he tried to shoot his attacker but missed, and the bullet ended up here. We've already determined the rifling marks to be a match to his gun.
Rifling marks? Aren't those...
Oh, shall I explain? The science behind it is absolutely fascinating.
No, we're good.
Lawyers. They think they're so smart.
You do realize we can hear you.
Yes, I do. I wanted you to hear that.
There's something shiny down there. It's a pendant. There's blood on it.
Oh, there's blood on it. I wonder who it belongs to. All we know is that it's not the victim's. No one in the royal family recognized it.
Emma, did you lift any fingerprints from it?
I did, but I wasn't able to get a clean one.
Oh, that's too bad.
But the blood turned out to be the victim's.
That means it must have fallen here in the course of the murder. It might be Dirk's. I should ask him about it later.
Okay.
So I have to go back to the detention center. I think we've covered just about everything. Maybe we should go over what we've learned so far.
For starters, we're dealing with a locked room murder. But instead of the tomb being locked, it was being cordoned off by the Royal Guard.
And after the murder, no one was found to be hiding inside.
Right.
Oh, Right. In addition, we also know that Dirk's fingerprints are all over the murder weapon.
The curtain around the sarcophagus was drenched in the victim's blood on one side. The blood must have also gotten on the killer when they stabbed the minister from behind.
Dirk had blood on him when the crime was first discovered. Unfortunately, he doesn't remember what happened.
This is not good. So what we know so far is things couldn't be worse for our case. And that's still an understatement somehow. Yeah, it's looking pretty grim. Oh, if you two are done here, I'll have to ask you to leave. Go on, scoot.
Something wrong, Emma?
Why are you trying to give us the boot? It's just easier if you're not here when His Ephemeral Holiness arrives.
Oh, damn it. Speak of the devil and he shall appear.
Prosecutor Sadmati.
Detective Sky, it seems you've spoken at length with these two lawyers. I do hope you've also kept an eye on them.
Yes, of course. Like a hawk. They didn't touch a single thing.
Give a lawyer an inch and they'll take a mile. Never forget that.
There's that look of distrust again. Hey, hey, Nayuta. Do you really believe that Dirk's guilty? And are you seriously going to prosecute this case? I mean, he's your father. You were once part of the Defiance Dragons, weren't you? Hey, Nayuta, wait! I said wait! Oh, come on, Athena, after him. Right behind you. Okay, bye.
May 18th, Grand Palace, Royal Residence.
Nayuta, would you stop already?
What do you want?
It's about Dirk. Will you please hear me out?
I fail to see why I should. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hold it!
Nayuta! Are you afraid of what I might have to say? If not, then there's no harm in listening, right?
Very well.
Speak.
But make it quick. There's much I must do.
Why does everything have to be so difficult with you? So I know you'll be prosecuting Dirk's case, but aren't there any other prosecutors in this country? Why does it have to be you?
Her Eminence, Queen Garan, personally requested that I serve as prosecutor.
She did?
That would make it hard to say no. Her Eminence thinks highly of my prosecutorial skills.
Still, she didn't have to ask you to handle a case against your own father. Be honest. You really don't want to do this, do you?
You speak of love and sentiment.
I guess so.
I do not deny such human emotions, but the law is the law, and placing personal feelings above it is beyond reprieve. Do you disagree?
Well, no, I don't disagree as such, but
civilizations only exist due to the confines of the law. Without them, love and sentiment would lack the fertile soil they need to flourish. Do you disagree?
No, but
the law must be obeyed. This truth sits above all else, including personal feelings. Therefore, whether or not I am the son of the accused is of no consequence. It is that simple, or would you say otherwise?
But come on, Apollo, tell him how wrong he is. But don't you wish it wasn't that way? It appears I've wasted my breath on you. And the winner is Prosecutor Sadmati. Thanks. You're welcome. I didn't mean it. Oh. Still spewing empty words that devoid of meaning or consequence, I see. You putrid red pepper. I know I'm right. But did he have to be so eloquent about his point? It's like he's trying to cover something up with his pretty words. Apollo, I'd cut back on the debates with him if I were you. Just stick to questions like the one you wanted to ask. Now, Yuta, I wanted to ask you about that hostage situation. Inga said he had someone dear to Dirk in the palm of his hand. And he was using that person along with his hostage as leverage in obtaining the orb. That's news to me. Well, that's what Inga said. You can kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye.
My fee ain't my only, how shall I say, insurance, you know, Dirk.
What?
I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I could do, right? Glad you're seeing things my way.
I got the impression Dirk had no choice but to follow Inga's demands after he heard that. So who do you suppose this special person is? I wouldn't know. Nope. My bracelet's reacting. Hey, Yuta, about what you just said. He does not want to be examined. My bracelet is crushing my wrist. That really hurts. What the heck's going on? I'm wise to your tricks, you putrid pepper. That bracelet reacts to the anxieties of the people around you by squeezing your wrist. But now that I know how it works, I can make it tighten around your wrist anytime I wish. Consider this a warning. I don't know how he did it, but this renders my bracelet useless. Such devilry is powerless in the face of the Holy Mother's blessings. Now it looks like your special power won't work against Prosecutor Sadmati, Apollo. We'll have to try something else. You're right. We'll just have to ask Dirk about this. It appears you intend to go through with that trial. You have no hope of winning. Grow up, Mr. Justice. We are no longer children, you and I. I'm not the one who needs to grow up, Nayuta. In case you didn't hear, I won my last case against none other than Mr. Wright. You tell him, Apollo. Is he mad? I can never tell with him. This trial is different. Your foolishness will only earn you a death sentence for aiding and abetting a criminal. And those who die as criminals are doomed to be reborn in the next life as something lower than a bug or a vegetable. You would be lucky to return to this realm as a patch of mold. Mold? That's pretty harsh. If you wish to avert such a fate, abandon this folly before it is too late. I don't care if I end up as a dollop of blue cheese dressing. I don't care if I end up as a dollop of blue cheese dressing in my next life. I'm going to defend Dirk in court. You fool. Know this. I intend to prosecute the accused with all my might, no matter what you say or do. Consider yourself forewarned. Now, if you will excuse me. Prosecutor Sadmati knows his father will be publicly executed if he's found guilty, yet he won't show even an ounce of mercy. Now, Yuta, is this the real you? Have you really changed? Do you really plan on sending Dirk to his death? Do you even hear me? Don't Dirk and I matter to you anymore? I don't know. To be continued in the next episode. To the outro. Well, my belief that Inga was going to be the ultimate villain of the game was almost completely wrong. My guess is that Garan was involved with the plot to get the orbit first, but found out that Inga was actually plotting against her and killed him herself. Now, it's possible that she can't actually channel spirits, and that's why she wants the orb, but given the requirements for becoming queen, that doesn't seem entirely likely. Maybe she just wants more power. Also, if Dirk was married to Queen Amara, who is Garan's father? Was Dirk Amara's second husband, or have I just been assuming wrongly that Garan is Amara's daughter? Why are family relationships always so damn complicated in these games? I do not feel confident at all going into this trial. Anywho, up here's a playlist of my Persona 5 Royal playthrough, and down here is a video that YouTube recommends. Also, a very special thank you to everyone who supports me on YouTube and Patreon. Your support is greatly appreciated. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!